Today's eMoney tip of the week, I'm going to walk you through how to illustrate an HSA for a client. I made this eMoney tip of the week with a question that comes from a trusted planner, Janelle St. Clair out of Corehorn Financial Group out of Granger, Indiana. I think they're doing amazing work. I love their vision out there that they want their community to be the most financially literate community in the United States, and they're doing great work to get to that point. And one of the things that they recommend a lot of times for their clients is an HSA, and talking about the advantages of HSA. And Janelle reached out to me and said, hey, are we doing this the best way? And she was. But it reminded me this is a question a lot of people have. So Janelle, thank you so much for bringing this up as a topic. If you have a topic you'd love to see me cover in my eMoney tip of the weeks, just reach out to me. Send me a message on LinkedIn. That's the place that I prefer the most. I tend to be able to filter those messages more than email, more than phone calls to the office. So I love it because if you send me spam, I can just defriend you on LinkedIn, or unconnect you, I guess as they would say. So keep those questions coming. So let's talk about how to contribute to an HSA. And really what Janelle was asking about was how to show this as a retirement account for our clients, right? So what we're going to start here first is we are going to create an HSA. Now you could do this in the actual facts and the base plan. You could do this as a recommendation. I think when she was talking about it as a recommendation, but I'm going to show you in the base facts just because we're going to assume that this client, we've already made this recommendation. It doesn't matter. You can turn this on, turn it off, however you want to do it. Let's go here. We're going to add into here a health savings account. Simple enough. It's right there. So we're going to call this health savings account. Is it a family or an individual? We're going to assume it's a married couple. We're going to assume right now this one is Pam Helper. Beneficiary is Jim Helper. We're going to put it at $0. We're going to put it here by asset mix. By asset mix. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit save. Now I can go ahead and pull this. Now if you're doing this under advanced facts, it's going to look a bit different. Go back to my tip of the week, and I'm going to tell you why I love to do it that way. We're going to click in here, and we're going to go to advanced facts and pull it in this way under our base facts. So what we're going to do is we're going to start saying how much our contributions are going to be. Typically most of our clients, and what we're going to talk to them about, is we want them to max this out. Now keep in mind, you can do this in a change to this inside Decision Center. What if they're only given $1,000? I had a client I worked with, and they were spending all their money out of the health savings account, and they're maxing out their 401ks, and they were wondering where they could get more tax advantage savings. Like, stop spending money from your HSA. Use it for retirement accounts. The most tax advantaged account ever. It was really hard for them for 2 years. They started doing it, and they love it now. They understand it. But we can show that inside of there, maxing this out, and show that there's nothing that we're going to do. We're going to also go in here. We're going to max out this employer contribution for right now. Now, this is where you would want to show this. If the client's going ahead and they're going to do this, you can go and use 100% of the annual contributions and show them elsewhere where you would change it. So again, change that into facts. You can go in retirement and post-retirement and amount. I'm going to show these ones inside Decision Center here in a second. I just want to frame this up to where we're at. And you probably, if you're going to show growth or show some type of growth, because their expenses are going to get higher every single year. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit save in there for our base plan. So now we have this. And so when we come under reports, and we can come under the asset reports here, and we can start to see under our assets here. So let's go under retirement assets. Notice our health savings account. eMoney even calls it a retirement asset. We can see it's growing because we're not pulling any money out of there. So let's go here and let's go under our plans, and I'm going to create a new one here, and we're just going to call this HSA. Normally I would not do this as its own plan. I just want it, because this is a training video, to really highlight just this one area. We're going to go here and we're going to make a change. Go here to qualified HSA, and we're going to go to edit fact. Now this is where we can make some of these changes to start to look at what this would look like. What if they were making withdrawals now? This is where you can go and you can change and say stop making these. But let's look at this and let's make this in retirement. And let's start looking at in retirement. Let's start putting, maybe they're going to pay, let's say, $1,000 a month, so $12,000 in here. We're going to index this at 3.5%. Now we can hit save. And so this is where this becomes kind of impactful, because you can start to look at this, and we would normally do this in Decision Center. I'm showing us some reports to really show you the impact of this from an advisor standpoint of view. So we're going to come under cash flow. We're going to change this to our HSA, and we are going to update this. And now once we go in here and we update this, what we can see here is under plan distributions. And now you can see the HSA is coming out. Where this also becomes really important is we can go look at this under ledger, where you can look under income tax and start to understand the tax benefits of this. Again, this one probably not as impactful because they're saving just a little bit in here. We're taking a lot of amount out of here. But as your clients start to grow this, and this one's growing at a lower rate of return because we don't have any investments. So let's go back, and I'm going to show you another change to this where it becomes more impactful. So let's go to our HSA, and let's go here and change this assumption inside of here to growing this. And why is this important? Because a lot of people, they are not going to have this in a growth-based model. How many times do you see people that's all in a savings account? They don't realize they can invest this. So let's put it in aggressive growth, and let's go to a balanced in retirement. Now let's go to our reports. Now let's go to cash flow. Now let's update it to the HSA. And now we can go to plan distributions. Now we can see the impact of the HSA, right? Extend a little bit longer, being as tax-free returns. You can also go and look at the impact of this in terms of their income taxes. Right, we can go to the year they're retired here. We can start to look at other income taxes, regular income tax, start to go under their below line deductions, above line deductions, and just start to see where this builds out. Where's this going to be? This should be below line deduction. And you can see our medical expenses deduction here. Again, these are just a powerful way to show people the impact of an HSA. We know as planners the value, but how many clients do we see come to us with an HSA? How many clients allow us to help them make the decision between a high deductible plan and fund an HSA for their retirement versus they going to pick the plan that has a lower deductible because they don't want to pay deductible, they don't have that tax saving vehicle. Every client situation is different. You're going to know ultimately what's the best thing for your client, but this is a great way to show this. There's a lot of other ways to show this HSA and show the impact, but now you can see how to play around with it, and now you can show your clients how to make informed financial decisions so they can pursue their goals in life. We hope this tip helped educate and empower you to do more plans for your clients so that you can impact more lives through financial planning. If you have some great tips we don't know about, we'd love to hear about them. If you have a better way of doing what we just showed you, we'd love to hear about that, because we are a noble profession, and together we can